Greetings, my love. It's me, your girl, Empress Goddess, the Georgia Peach. Hope you're well. We got a situation going on down here in the dirty South. I tell you, these Negroes going crazy. Got a shooter up there in the ATL.
Edison apartment
This
complex right
fair
now.
use,
Also,
fair
just about
use.
15 minutes
This is
ago,
fair
a
use
school bus
for
just dropped off
educational
some kids. They
purposes,
were able
news
to
reporting,
reunite with
featuring
their
proudly.
parents. Parents were
This
also
which
afraid
doesn't
as
infringe on
well.
the
But once
copyright
again,
holder
police are
under
focusing on
USC
this
under
apartment
107
complex,
USC.
trying to
Excuse
figure
me,
out
under
if that
USC
suspect is
107
inside. They are searching
1976.
cars
This is
as
fair
they are
use.
leaving as well. We will continue to stay out here and watch
This
this scene very
contains
carefully. We are live in Cobb County. Larry Scroll,
ads.
Channel 2 Action News.
A lot of activity there, Larry. Thank you so much. Now, as police raced the scene of the gunfire and a lockdown was called, thousands of workers in Midtown sheltered in place. Channel 2's Barron Peterson is also live. He's in Midtown Atlanta right now, following this breaking news for us. And Barron, you talked to patrons at a local restaurant who really saw this thing happen, unfold in front of their eyes.
Talk about it right now. Now, we're set up at the corner of Peachtree and 11th, and as you take a look out here, the APD just reopened this short section of Peachtree, and traffic is just inching along, trying to get out of the city. Heading north, it's going to take a long time. Now, let me take 5 hours. Around noon, you had people all over Midtown spilling out in the street, heading out to lunch from the offices all over the place. And we talked to some patrons who had just arrived to eat here at the Steamhouse Lounge. This is the corner of Peachtree and 11th. And they had no idea what had just happened a couple of blocks away. Asha Menon and her co-worker Terry Sapp had just sat down to lunch at the Steamhouse Lounge at the corner of West Peachtree and 11th Streets. And then they heard about what happened.
Well, the server came out and announced to everybody that there was an active shooter situation and that we all needed to stay in the restaurant and that she was going to lock the doors.
As police officers by the dozens raced to the scene of the gunfire a few blocks away, owners of the Steamhouse locked the doors, nobody in or out. They continued to serve their customers. Patrons made the best of it, but couldn't help but look out the windows as police arrived and set up a perimeter.
Seeing all of the officers and putting their gear on and getting their automatic rifles and things. So I guess I felt like we're at least in a good spot that if something went down, we're surrounded by officers.
Now, Ash and Terry are colleagues over at Georgia Tech. Once police allowed it, they and all the other restaurant patrons and the scores of restaurants in this area of Midtown either headed back to their offices or they headed home. But as you can see, as the traffic on Peachtree, if you're trying to get out this way, it's going to take a good long while. For live in Midtown, Barron Peterson, Channel 2 Action News.
We continue our live Team 2 coverage now. Let's go to Northwest Atlanta on Joseph E. Boone Boulevard, where there is some heavy police presence right there. Let's go to Taisha Fernandez, who's there on the scene for us. Taisha, give us an idea of what you're seeing from where you are right now.
In this neighborhood, and when we got here, George, to the 1100 block of Joseph E. Boone Boulevard, we saw several police cars around the corner, and then this Atlanta police car just pulled up here literally in the last probably 60 seconds. Now, I spoke to some neighbors who were outside when we got here, and they said they heard about everything. They saw police come here with their assault rifles in hand. They basically searched that home. And according to the neighbor, she has never seen the suspect before, and she's a retiree. She's home all the time. She's disabled. She said she sees everyone who comes and goes, and she always asks questions when she sees someone out of place. So she's not so sure that this suspect at least has lived here in the last 6 months to a year. But we saw a heavy police presence when we first got here. Right now, it's kind of dwindled down. You just see that one police car right there. But we also spoke to a teacher who was on lockdown at a KIPP school in They were on lockdown and they didn't know what was going on until they turned on Channel 2. And they said they've been able to watch all of the coverage, and that is how they have been up to speed on what's going on. They are making sure that the suspect does not come back here. That's why you see that cop sitting in front of the house right now. We will stay out here to monitor the situation. And as soon as we get some new information, we'll pass it on to you, George.
All right, Taisha, thank you so much.
And Taisha, can you, at least before we let you go, give us an idea of where you are? How far from Midtown? Is that by the AU Center at all?
Well, we are very close to the AU Center. We're very close to the bluff on Joseph E. Boone. We're right on, I believe, the line of northwest and southwest Atlanta. Very quiet over here. Everyone that we've talked to so far just was very interested to know if this suspect has been caught yet. They are obviously on high alert because they're just learning that he may live here or have lived here. So everyone is just on edge here right now.
All right, Taisha Fernandez, thanks so much for giving us an idea of where that is from the crime scene. Not very far.
No, so many scenes are being looked at, investigated by our reporters, of course, for Channel 2 Action News, and, of course, the police presence, like this scene right here.
Absolutely. Here's a live look at News Chopper 2, Windy Ridge Parkway. That's the area police are focusing on right now. This is in Cobb County. You can see large police presence. If you know anyone that lives in that area, maybe heading home, maybe leaving work, you might want to alert them. This is not the place to be right now.
Yeah, we have our crews up there, Larry Spruill and Michelle Newell, Windy Ridge Parkway. Cruisers blocking both sides of the road, right off Cobb Parkway and the other side as well, because at this point, Karen, you know, we heard he headed up here. According to police, they went up there too. We video of them rushing to different things in Cobb County, so they are trying to figure out exactly where he isn't to then narrow down where he could be.
And if you're trying to figure out where that area is, Windy Ridge Parkway, that is by the Battery. So just off 285, 75, that area of Cobb County. Let's continue our live Team 2 coverage right now with Channel 2's Richard Elliott. He's live at Grady Memorial Hospital in downtown Atlanta. And Richard, they've received 4 patients from the shooting, and we've had 2 updates right now from the chief medical officer on how those patients are doing.
Right, we got that update from Grady's chief medical officer, Dr. Robert Jansen, just about 20 minutes ago or so. The update is we have 4 patients that came in. 3 remain in critical. 1 is out of surgery. 1 remains in surgery and has been in surgery here for a number of hours. 1 is having what is called interventional radiology. It's kind of a slightly invasive, non-invasive type of surgery. He explained, Dr. Jansen, about how the emergency department kind of flowed through as the patients came in. They came into the bay. The emergency call went out, and all the trauma surgeons were notified. They were here along with the trauma staff, notified as well. We're going to try to get more information. We'll, of course, bring it to you throughout the newscast. We're live outside Grady Hospital in downtown Atlanta. Richard Elliott, Channel 2 Action News.
All right, Richard, thank you. Continuing our live Team 2 coverage from the ground and also from the air, News Chopper 2 live right here, Windy Ridge Parkway. This is the scene right now, the most police activity, the most active police activity on the ground right here. Police presence right near the Battery to give people an idea. Look at all those apartment complexes. So as you can imagine, as a police officer, as a team, regardless of what agency you're working with, you're working together to figure out where Deion Patterson could be, where he could be hiding, and that looks like an apartment complex being built. So you can imagine the access that someone would have to hide anywhere in any of those open buildings. There's a liner on the buildings to protect it from water damage, but the windows are open. There are no windows. The doorways don't exist yet. So you can imagine the task, Karen, on the ground.
And let's just say that network of cameras has helped police thus far just get pictures of him outside that medical facility and along the way. So you've got to know police are watching this very closely. There's a reason they are here in this area of Cobb County right now.
I wanted to speak to a retired police detective for Atlanta PD, more than 20 years, Vince Velasquez, and he was talking to me earlier, talking about the delicate nature of what's happening right now. Sure, we're seeing cop cars on the ground. Sure, we have News Chopper 2 in the sky. We're monitoring the situation. We're getting all the information here, but police right now are narrowing down where he is. And then once they find him, it is a whole different game for them to figure out if he's with anyone, if anyone else is in danger, because, Karen, he's proven he's already armed and dangerous.
And they need to stay safe at this point because you don't know where he is or, as you said, who he may be with. Armed and dangerous. Please don't try to confront him.
As so many people have seen his picture, so many people have been watching our coverage since 12 o'clock when we started this, and they may think, I may be able to do something. Don't hide somewhere if you find him, if you see him, and just call police, make sure you are safe, and then dial 911.
And interesting enough, our Sophia Choi talked to his parents, his father, telling ABC News perhaps that he wanted Ativan and was not able to get it. No one would give it to him. So that was an interesting point of this investigation as we've been digging into who Mr. Patterson is and what might have gone on here today.
And that's one of the things that Vince Velasquez, a retired APD police officer for more than 20 years, was talking about. Not only do you physically have to control the situation, narrow the suspect down to a place where you can then surround him, but then there's the whole mental health aspect, which is, as we have seen the past recent years, even a decade and a half or two, we've seen how that plays a very delicate role in apprehending a suspect, making sure whoever that suspect is with is safe. Because we've seen these situations go down very differently. If the suspect is alone, that's a whole different set of circumstances and a whole different set of ways they operate. If he is with someone, if he is taken a hostage, again, we are just talking about what could be going through the minds of these negotiators, of these teams on the ground. As we take a look at a live picture here from News Chopper 2, look, Karen, at all that police activity, all those cars, people who drove those cars there, they're somewhere in this area, which, as you pointed out, and as we see there on the bottom of your screen, is right near the Battery, and we know how busy it is. It's coming up on 5:30. This area would be bustling at this time.
The city has been shut down by this shooting that happened at noon today. Now still no end in sight as police continue their search for this suspect. We've been talking to his family. There he is right now. Deon Patterson, 24 years old. And we just know a little bit about him, his background, where he served. He was in the Coast Guard, we're told, and had been discharged earlier this year. So we're going to stay on top of this and this scene for you.
Yeah, because as we talked about, armed and dangerous, you know, Sophia Choi was finding out, our investigative reporter, about his prior offenses in Henry County. In 2015, Patterson was charged for purchase, possession, she was saying, manufacture, distribution, sale of controlled substances or marijuana. Then forward a year later, in March of 2016, a charge for failing to appear or even respond to a citation. We also found out in August of 2017, so a year after that, he was charged for a probation violation. So as we've talked about, and as police officers and experts will tell you, you know, a person in this situation is capable of a lot.
They can be desperate.
As we've already seen, desperate is one word. 5 people were shot, 1 person killed, 4 people in the hospital right now. So again, this person at this point is capable of anything. And as we talked about, 5 people were shot. 5 people were shot, according to police, at the hands of Deon Patterson.
And we are still searching for him in this 5th hour, going on 6 hours now. Started in Midtown Atlanta. We got word from police that something was going on. We started calling and investigating in the newsroom and ended up finding out that Deon Patterson was on the hunt.
As we approach our 5:30 hour on Channel 2 Action News here at 5 o'clock, let's go back to Cobb County. The activity is right now up there. Channel 2's Cobb County Bureau Chief Michelle Newell. Michelle, the story headed north and headed right to you.
George, such a fluid situation. We're talking about several police agencies out here in Cobb because this is where they think the shooter is. So far, they haven't found him. Lots of false alarms. I want to show you where we are right now, here along Windy Ridge Parkway. If you're not familiar with the area, this is right near the Battery, near Truist Park, not too far from Cumberland Mall. If we can zoom in, Dana, I want to show you how many police vehicles, cruisers from various agencies, a number of SWAT, they're armed, out, looking, trying to figure out where this guy is. We've been to a number of different locations. We were over at Cobb Galleria earlier, and another false alarm over there. They said they heard shots fired. That wasn't true. So now we're back here on Windy Ridge Parkway, just one of 2 locations where police are right now. My colleague, Larry Sproul, he's at a nearby apartment building not too far from me. If we could swing around, Dana, so I can show our viewers what's on the other side of Windy Ridge Parkway. You can see there an officer getting out of his vehicle, walking towards the intersection there. About 3-4 cruisers here focused on this area as well, as this is blocked off. I spoke with a woman who told me she works near the Battery, and she was just talking about how scary this is, right? You know, she's getting messages from her company saying that an active shooter could be in Cobb County. She's frightened. She's actually right out here just trying to figure out what's going on. So still a very fluid situation. Of course, we are in contact with police constantly to figure out what they've learned. Of course, we'll keep you guys updated. We're live from Cobb County. Michelle Newell, Channel 2 Action News.
Michelle, thank you so much. We want to just kind of go over
And that's
once
the same
again what
for
has happened.
This food still got Miko channel. We still got Miko channel.
Is that what we doing though? You been? Is that what we doing? We trying to find these folks and shit. It don't look like we're doing a good job. Or they doing a good job at hiding folks. And so like I said, we gonna keep popping it, you know what I'm saying? Hey, while I'm on the train today live, and they ran up, I'm like, hey, bro, how you, bro? Come on, bro, you don't know me. Come on, bro, stop it, bro. Go on, move around.
What the heck?
Come on. Yo. Hey, bro, you know who Miko is? Hey, nah, don't nobody know who this nigga is, bro. Don't nobody know who this nigga is, bro. I'm so tired of asking you. Like, do I need to drop alias or something? Like, what do I need to do? Like, let me know, y'all. Chat, let me know what I need to do to find Miko. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know. Hold me up. As y'all can see, I don't got that vibe. And then my boy right there, no foul.
In America.
Come on, man, you know it's me. Yeah, you been? Yeah, we out here with my boy. And we looking for Miko. We don't know where he at.
Yeah, right.
What the hell you back into? What's up, bro? Hit me up, bro. We get in traffic. But you feel me? This just like, oh shit, I'm a real Atlanta nigga. Like, I'm a Atlanta nigga. Do what I do.
All this shit for clout.
I know, like, I'm saying I'm a fish and tissue. You know what I'm saying? But once again, Twin ain't even know who he was. Like, at this point, what we doing? Like, it feel like I'm on, like, a dummy chase. It's like Tom and Jerry. The cat in the mouse. You know what I'm saying? This is what we going on. We're saying we sit there with the fuck we got. We got scared shoes. You know what I'm saying? We trying to figure out what the fuck Miko worldwide is. You know what I'm saying? We trying to figure out where all these niggas at. You know what I'm saying? Damn, Johnny got a badonka-donk over there. A badonk truck. Nah, for real. I'm finna go back to the she was so nice. You know what I'm saying though? I need to go grab my shirt so I can run in the gas station.
Somebody said it's kind of entertaining. I give you that, Miko. Hell no.
Man, y'all keep talking about.
Yeah, I'm okay.
It's kind of entertaining, and we don't even know where little buddy at.
I had, I ain't in Brunswick. I mean, I ain't in Atlanta, but I was just streaming a little bit of the news where they was talking about they looking for that shooter up there in Atlanta. But this right here is a trip, man.
That and this.
Max
said he walks us.
did
It is what it is. I fuck your
live
bitch,
stream on this here the other Sunday night.
Yeah, I
don't know if you know Miko worldwide or not.
Smack your.
But this fool here, the one that's talking, right? He claimed that he robbed Miko and took his phone and his laptop and his chain and all that. And he been streaming on his channel ever since. I believe it's all for clout. But for views and shit. That's what people want to do. Just for some views. Yeah, they looking for him up there at I think they said north, east Atlanta, northwest Atlanta, somewhere up in there
I
where
gotta bring
they're
my
looking
tenant
for him.
bond. More than get shot out for doing all that bitching, boy.
Now this dude here is in
I
Atlanta.
don't know that. I don't know.
This is Lab Shave here. Tell me he looking for Miko.
One drink, two
This
drinks,
ain't nothing but what they call it. I forgot what clickbait. But he been streaming on Miko's channel since Sunday. Okay, I have to go check it out.
Oh,
Yeah, I started out the stream, while I just showed some what they was doing. They live up there. You know they gonna get that Negro because he black. They gonna hurry up and get him.
Damn up, souffle.
You see the chat where they talking shit on the chat. Somebody just say Miko is the one holding the camera. And then at the end of Mac's show, he said that when they stopped the video, he said it was something about it was Miko that had hit the link. Like, I don't know what the heck, but I believe it ain't nothing but a publicity stunt for views and shit. I had put in the chat what people won't do for clout. Somebody said, "Damn, Miko Cam, man, show over." So I said, "Hey, yo, Miko, I screenshotted you in the glass for about to post you all over IG." I don't know if you can see the chat or not. I'm telling you, they just outrageous now, bro. Tell me somebody gonna shout out Miko even though he got creepy disguise. This is a mess here. I ain't never seen so much shit in my life till I started checking out YouTube. These damn YouTube streets is a trip, bro. I really didn't even know who Miko Worldwide was until Sunday night when Max was talking about it.
They should know where he's standing and who he is.
One Drake, two Drake, stir him up, souffle.
Somebody say Empress Rewind. So when he's getting the drink out of the pool.
Shit, me neither. I'm trying to find him. They talking like, hey. Girl. Oh, nigga. Oh, my shit for real, boy. I keep thinking about that boy that we just strong.
So you got to rewind a little bit more.
Y'all keep talking about this and that and that and this. They said he walks us. It is what it is.
Kyle R. I can't see who the name is.
Yeah, I smack your hoe. Good now. I gotta bring my 10 on God. More than get slapped out for doing all that bitching, boy. I don't see that. I don't know that. I don't know.
Okay, pause it. Wait, go back. Pause. I got to pause it. Oh, I got to rewind back again. I see somebody in the damn thing there. Go back. Oh, go back. Damn. See if that's it right there. Go back. Oh, go back. Damn. See if that's it right there. Go back. Oh, go back. Damn. What I done did? I done messed up now. Damn. See if that's it right there. No, I'm gonna have to go click out of there and then go. I done messed up. I was trying to rewind because I did see somebody in the glass there. I got to back it up again. I got to think a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, right there. Right there. Motherfucker got on the damn hood and shit. That got to be Miko. Cause why would you be wearing a hood and shit like that in daylight? Unless you don't want nobody to know who the hell you is. Man, y'all motherfuckers full of shit. That's a bunch of bullshit.
And we just not gonna act like the police just ain't getting no regular ass car. They just pull the fuck off. Like, and we just gonna ignore the fact that nigga is in a Ford Focus. Nigga is in a bigger a bigger version of a Ford Focus. Now, come on, man.
Man, I tell you.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. We outside, yeah, shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Shit going like that. Shit getting like that.
Yeah, look at that.
And we just trying to find.
I'll be back later on, y'all.